Hi friends, welcome to Nurses Learning Guide. Today we're going to discuss about the boot cast. Let's see the technique and the application style used for this. The equipment required for this cast is 3-inch polyester cast, 3-inch cotton or soften roll, stockinette. I'm using 3-inch as well, and blister bandage scissor. Coming to the application, before the application we need to do the skin assessment. Just make sure that there is no allergic reaction. If the patient has an allergic reaction, then you need to be notified. Then make sure there is no wound. Then if there is a wound, then you need to do the dressing before we start the application. Now we start applying. Just make sure that if you need to do the strapping, the required area, we can do the strapping. I will be showing a short video also about the strapping in the next video. So the strapping, I'm gonna do it like this. So if you want whichever the toe you want to cover, you may do it. If it's got injured any of the toes, then we need to proper strapping has to be done. So I'm doing for 4th and 5th toe, just like a cross strapping. So now we start applying the stockinette. Then start applying the cotton. You can see that I'm covering the toes. Just follow the bandage principles while applying the cotton. Just make sure not to be too tight or too loose. While reaching to the angle, you may use the figure of 8 application. You can see the length which I took it for this boot cast application, the length which is required from the angle joint. You can see it's approximately 15 to that maximum of 20 centimeter away from the joint. After the application, just make sure that you will put an additional a layer of cotton on the heel area. This will helps to reduce the pressure point. Now the cast, I've taken 3-inch polyester cast. We need to wet the cast, just dip it in the water and squeeze it gently. Just look for the bubbles to come off. You can see the bubbles. Just squeeze it gently and start applying from the top. Then once you apply, just make sure that you need to follow the bandage principles. Once you reach to the angle area, just release the pressure on that area. Just make a small cut, or you have to cross the center portion of the cast should pass through it. So this will avoid the pressure point in the joint areas. Then follow the figure of 8. Just make sure not to be too tight. So now our first layer completed. Just make sure that you will keep the proper position. It's like 90 degree. You can see that it should be in 90-degree position. Now we start cutting the required area, especially on the toe area. I have covered the 5th toe, and the remaining toes are visible. And we need to make a mark in order to make it as a boot style. You know that the name itself for the boot cast, so we need to make a mark before we start cutting. Now we cut the required area. Now we fold back all the stockinette remaining portion, and you can see the edges. And once we obtain the proper position and free movement of the joint, we start applying our final layer. Once you reach to the heel side, just to make a couple of layers of cast to make strong enough while the patient walk. This will give a strong. You can see the folding on the heel side, how we are folding it. So just make sure you will just give the proper adequate support on that place. Complete the layer and finish it, and just mold it. The molding is done, everything is ready, the cast is ready. You can see all the joints are free, and especially at the anterior side there is no sharp edges, the patient easily can move. Also just take a precaution on the Achilles tendon area, should be free from the sharp edges. Remember to give cast care instructions to the patient, educate the patient about the cast care and follow-up care as well. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. It's me, Jijo, signing off from Nurses Learning Guide. See you soon with another video. Thank you and good day.